Okay, guys, we are live. So for those listening at home, welcome to the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. My name is Kevin Madison, and I will be your friendly Dungeon Master today. Today, we are carrying on with our ongoing campaign playing Jeff Talanian's very cool Astonishing Swordsmen and Sorcerers of Hyperborea. And with me today are the stars of the Reavers of Thule campaign. I'll go the order I've got you guys on the screen here. Why don't you tell us who you are, who you're playing, and what level are you currently? First up, I have Carl.
So, my name is Carl. I play Iphigenia Cantadoris. She is an Amazonian warlock. She is 5th level. I think we're within striking distance of the next level, like 6,000 to 8,000 away. So.
Wow, very nice. Clearly, are you asking me to throw more giants at you to try and get that XP
no,
up?
treasure, more treasure.
Right.
Next up is Robert.
Yeah, I'm Reagan. I'm playing Reagan, Runegraver, Viking Celt, level 5, and I think she's a little further away than some of the others in going up a level, but she too would love to find a lot of treasure with, like, maybe the giants died and a goblin moved in or something.
Nice. Next up is Arlen.
Hi, I'm Arlen. I'm playing Xanico, who is a 5th level cleric, because Kevin is sort of a generous GM. He did kill my last character, but he let me build the next one at 5, so trade-offs, He killed the one before that too, so yeah.
See,
anyway,
I was thinking about that because last night Arlen's character once again kind of got himself in trouble. It's because you play such heroic characters who throw themselves into it. That's got to be why. Oh, jeez. Yeah.
Anyway, Xanico is the only character who is from this part of the world, so he has kind of an interesting deity connection with the great feathered serpent that he draws power from, and so he's kind of that's what he's like. Nice.
Next up is George.
Hey, I'm George. I play Malo Black, who is a 5th level Chimeric Celt Warlock, and yeah, we've got like 42,000 XP, and we need to 48, so it's very, very close.
Guys, and last but Will, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
And we can, yeah. And last but not least, with impeccable timing, is Will.
Hi, I'm Will. I'm playing Mar. He is a 6th level monk, Sikh from 18th century Earth.
Very nice. All right, guys. So last time we have spent the last couple of sessions slowly exploring this smoking tower here. What happened last session?
Well, we continued to explore and found a bunch of labs for various purposes, some of which contain very deadly entities. But thankfully, we had Xanico, who was able to turn the spirit that we were facing. We've never had a pure cleric before, so it's thank God. We fought like a flame creature. Had these kind of flaming tendrils, and we gained a bunch of treasure, some books, robe, some gems, non-magical gems. But ultimately we ascended to the 4th level, which is where we are right now. And suddenly this sort of detritus started swelling and forming up into, along with 3 skulls, and made these like detritus creatures that were going to attack us.
Yes, and then you guys triumphed over them. And I think that's where we left things. We left with you guys dropping the last of those creatures to the ground. So, what do you guys wish to do now? We look like, I think you guys did do some healing afterwards, spreading some poultices around, but Reagan looks like she's still banged up, and as does Malo.
Yeah, Malo looks like he needs healing.
Yeah.
So, what are you guys doing next?
And I don't think I have any potions or anything left.
I have 2 Cure Lights left and some other stuff, but in terms of healing, that's all I've got left for the day.
I mean,
Well, I was just curious. Do we have any idea about like what time of the day it is? How long we've been inside this tower? No?
You think maybe maybe an hour?
Oh, just an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we explored this room?
You've looked in here. There is a detritus all over the floor. There are two
Right.
doors further ahead, and that piece of furniture, that Iffy or that Kane was perched on. That seems, if you push that out of the way, it looks like there is a way to get deeper in there. And then, of course, there are the stairs going up as well.
Right, I remember the stairs up.
And we have to
You guys
remember
want
that
us to try and
there's.
search this room?
Yeah, just remember there are the traps on the floor.
Right, we'll need to.
Yeah.
We brought a chair, had we not?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, we can overturn these benches and maybe clear things out too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just something to kind of push along in front of
Push
us,
everything. Yeah,
Yeah.
so we can at least get a path.
right.
Okay.
So yeah, I'd definitely like to check out that little alcove there, and then maybe go a little
Yeah.
bit further in and see about those two doors and what else is in there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. So you're able to. It takes you 15 minutes, sort of pushing away and slowly piling up the crap left behind by those animated gear spirits. No, it seems though that the either you triggered all of the traps previously, or the traps diffused after those spirits fell. So you're able to clear the. If you want to go through the actual trash here and picking through to see if there's anything of value, it's going to take you a lot longer.
Mhm.
You certainly have the
we'll-
time. Nothing's stopping you.
I think you at least check out the alcove first, just in case there's something in there we need to know about.
Okay.
And that chest, it may have something in it. I don't know.
Let's see here. Okay. So this actually, there would have been doors that would have been leading through in here. It's the same style as the others, but the doors are smashed, and that piece of furniture seems to have been jammed in between the two, as a sort of way of trying to block either people from coming in or things from getting out. It'll be easy enough for you powerful heroes to be able to move out of the way, though.
Cool. And then we'll try to do that.
Okay.
Grab it and pull it back out of
Pull
there.
it back.
Yeah, where's my
We can use those benches to. If we want to move further in this hallway, we can use it to
Sure.
push the bear traps out of the way.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to push that first one out of the way, and then you can see there is what looks like very similar to the sort of that second chamber that you've seen in some of the laboratories on the level below. Who will be the first one in there?
Hold on a second. Let me look at something.
Where's my canceled
Friggin-
DM bullshit potion?
Amar doesn't mind being first if nobody
Okay.
else wants to go.
I'm
Bring us
trying
up.
to be more cautious.
That's fine. I can be cautious and
Yep.
I have a 9 wisdom.
saving throws if something happens.
Okay.
Perfect.
So
Reagan calls out Amar. Maybe you'd like to listen before you go wandering in.
Well, we need to get, because we've moved that thing out, right?
Mhm.
So I'm just kind of moving up into that area right now.
Okay.
okay.
So let's at least move to there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So you can see that there is a second door at the other end of this chamber that is also has something jammed in it.
I'm already seeing any writing on that door of any kind.
No, let's see. I don't think I'm probably close enough. Are we looking for like the signage over the top?
Yeah, basically the other doors we saw on the third level had these in Atlantean. There was writing, which I
Yeah.
have to be able to translate.
Yeah. So, do I see anything at that door? Is there any type of plaque or anything on top of it, Kevin?
There is not,
Okay.
but as you're looking around, where is it here? Okay, yeah. So you're looking at there. No, there is no other markings. That the carvings that you saw from above.
All right. Let me move in here a wee bit. See if I can see better. Oh,
Okay.
okay. There.
So yeah, and then you'll just have to push that one out of the way, and then you'll
Okay.
be able to. So you can drag it out into sort of this chamber here. You can go ahead and move yourself a little further down.
All right.
Take a peek inside.
There. Oh wow. There's a whole lot of
Okay.
other room in here.
So in this room, this looks like whatever was going on in here, the entire room is destroyed. Things are smashed, things are knocked down and whatnot, and you actually can spy on the far side there, right around here, there is a body with a strange kind of strange raiment on, a vest of some kind.
Okay. What's the floor like in here, Kevin?
Covered, to be honest, very much like what the atrium was like, just covered in detritus.
Okay.
Be
So I need
careful.
to- Yeah, I was
Maybe
going to say.
take that other, overturn that other bench, and use that as like a to push along.
Yeah, something to push through
Okay.
here.
Yeah.
To at least try not to die.
And move-
Hey, I'm pulling for you.
clear a path towards that body. I mean, I guess it could be like a barricade, and we can push all the traps in that body's direction.
Yeah.
If they're
Okay.
trapped.
Yeah,
So, yeah,
let's
I mean,
slowly push in here.
Okay.
There.
Oh, that's bigger than I expected.
All right.
Me too. Me too.
So, in contrast to sort of the kind of stark austerity of the other laboratories you've seen, this is chaos. Something's going on. You know what it honestly looks like is, you remember the room with that wind thing that has smashed
Yeah.
shit around a level down? It looks like that, only much less organized. And there's more like scratches in the floor, scratches in the on the side, as if something kind of went berserk in here.
Aha. Where is the body with the strange raiment?
It's right back
There?
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's back. I was going to say we might want to get a little bit closer and then perhaps call forward Zanico.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and
Sounds
move a little more in that way.
Yeah, so if we need like Iphigenia can push on maybe Iphigenia and Malo can push on the bench.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, let's move up to there because the body's right there, so I should be able to at least
Yeah.
see it and check it
Yeah.
out.
So as you get closer, you can tell that the body has desiccated down to the point where it's basically a skeleton or like a really decayed mummy. The body has the clothing has maintained quite well and is definitely has a like Atlantean vibe to it as well. It's got like the fins on the shoulders that are characteristic of their designs. There's a strange pattern that you can see underneath the vest on the chest as well. The materials look like they're caked with centuries of dust as well, but the vest is a strange one with tons of pockets all over it. That look to be kind of a little bulky, like as if there's things in each of the pockets.
Is it intact or is it tattered or?
It's still intact. The that thing more so than the rest of the clothing that the cadaver is wearing, and in its hand there's a small, like, it looks like a metal device of some kind. Not looks like a scalpel, but it's got a different ending to it. It doesn't have a blade. It's got some other different kind of ending.
Huh. Okay. Seems like we should investigate that device as well as the vest he's wearing, see what's in those pockets, but I'm not sure about touching the body. I'm going to do some sense magic.
Okay. There's definitely a magical aura on that vest.
Okay, so I kind of close my eyes and like reach out and like I pick up that vibe and I turn to Amar and Iphigenia and say something going on with that vest. It's magical.
All right. Shall we attempt to remove it?
I think we should just very, very carefully.
That is a well-conditioned player who phrases it as attempt.
Yeah.
Right, so Amar is going to attempt to remove the vest from the corpse.
Let's see, a desiccated corpse with a vest that radiates magic.
Hey man, I didn't say I was putting it on.
So the vest seems to be secured by an unusual, way of affixing it together. There's not buttons and whatnot, but after some trial and error, you realize that there is some kind of like lever that you pull, and that unseals the two halves to it. So you pull that, it opens the vest, and it's a bit of it is difficult to remain respectful to the remains, because you're kind of having to like break bits of it to get this to move properly. The clothing underneath is dry and kind of like you're having to force it to get it to move. It cracks and dust falls. But after a bit of trial and error and working this old corpse against the into ways that it hasn't moved in centuries, you're able to retrieve the vest.
Kev, real quick before while they're doing this, Reagan's looking up at the ceiling and other areas of the room.
There is a vent, 20 feet up. There's a vent leading in here as well.
Okay, she watches the vent every so often, like every few seconds she looks up to it.
Okay.
Does the vest have any markings on it?
The vest?
Yeah.
Does not, no.
But there's stuff in the pockets, so that's something we can investigate.
And what was the deal with the scalpel-like thing you said?
Yeah, there's something in his hand, something of metal.
Okay.
You'd guess it looks like something that, say, a woodworker or some other kind of, perhaps even stonemason might use for fine detail. A tooling implement of some kind, maybe.
What the heck's the guy doing in here with
Making something dangerous.
What about, like, say, this wall right there that's kind of behind the corpse? Are there any kind of markings on it? Does it look like he was trying to perhaps find something in the wall or trigger something in the wall?
Judging from the detritus that's sort of piled around here, you're guessing that not only those two benches likely were in here before, there was likely other stuff like tables and what the type of furniture that you saw in some of the other laboratories was in here as well. It's just that it's been trashed by something.
Okay.
And it doesn't look like a concussive force, like a fireball, like everything came from one spot.
No.
It's sort of all, yeah.
This is much more kind of like flailing out kind of damage and whatnot. And, if you're looking around and figuring that there isn't as much trash in here as there should be, or enough stuff to fill up what would be in the laboratory, remember that there is a ton of metallic shit that's strewn across the atrium floor.
Yeah. How about this body itself? I want to try to inspect it just to see if there's any clear signs of how it might have died, like broken ribs, claw marks on the bone.
It's tough to tell at this point, and what there isn't is there are no tears in the fabric that you can make out, and there is no obvious, like, apart from the, like, you know, broken shoulder that Amar had to do to get the vest off, say. There's no obvious, like, lacerations or stuff, though it's really difficult to tell on this body.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Just want to make sure it's like not clear. Like its head has been bashed in.
Yeah.
Okay. Great.
Okay.
And Malo can feel free to make his Horatio Kane one-liner as well.
Which is, what is it?
I can't come up with anything. It's Saturday morning. I was like, if I could have come up with something.
It's earlier for me. So.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
Do we want to try and get that implement out of his hand, or is
I think so.
yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Amar will carefully try to remove that as painlessly as possible.
I think that at least one of the, because it's held in a rigor mortis kind of grip, one of the digits breaks as you're trying to get it out, but as soon as that happens, it falls free. If you could maybe use this as a weapon, it's not going to be as effective as a dagger. I'd probably give it a 1d3 damage. But it's, you know, if you check it, the metal is quite wow, it's quite strong. And then almost as soon as you pick it up, it just vanishes from your hand.
The heck did that go?
The whole item
Yeah,
disappeared.
it just vanished out of his hand.
Strange, and did not seem to be magical, and it may be some strange magic I cannot detect, but it's very odd. Well, I will, in the meantime, investigate the pockets of the vest, I guess.
Okay. So when you feel the outside of them, like it feels like they're full, and then you open up and it's just like little like snap buttons that kind of open up. But when you open it up and you reach inside, there's nothing in there.
This is strange.
And it's sort of like, dad fishing gear kind of thing where there's like pockets and pockets and pockets and pockets.
For some reason, I had that in my mind already.
Yeah.
I turned to Iphigenia and I'm like, do you want to take a look at this? It's another strange item.
I see what you see. It looks like some sort of battle harness, but not for battle.
But if you see, you can actually feel like there's something in these pockets, but when you look inside, it's like as if they're in a different dimension.
Reach your hand in the pocket then.
Iffy, would you give me a D6 roll, please? And what's your intelligence?
My intelligence?
Yeah.
Probably as bad as Mala's.
Yeah, I'm trying. Mine's not intelligent.
16.
Yeah. My intelligence. I'm intelligent.
Yeah, it's a pretty great
We're just not
fucking
idiots,
broadside, self-deprecating joke that takes Malo out with the friendly fire.
but That's right. My dump stat was charisma. Yeah, that's right.
Well,
Gotta
clearly.
pretty smart. Just we know how to do that spell math.
I'm sorry, so what is your intelligence again?
16.
15? Okay, go ahead and give us a D6 roll.
16.
16, okay. Okay.
Nope.
No.
Maybe. No.
Oh, you guys do have 5 points of Astonishing Fortune. So
No, I can't remember if it's higher or lower. It's lower.
lower. You want lower. Yep.
You want to re-roll it, Carl?
No.
Okay.
I mean, I'd be willing. I'd be willing to put a hand in and investigate one of the pockets. It'll be my left hand, though. I'm right-handed.
Yeah. You can carry that scimitar with one hand anyway, right?
Yes, it's all right. I can use it one-handed.
Yeah. So you snap open the largest pocket right near the bottom, and then reach the hand inside. It's an empty pocket, but again, like you could feel stuff inside there when you were touching the outside of the pocket.
I find nothing inside. perhaps it's something we have to investigate further with more powerful spells.
It's not going to be, but holy shit, would this be a great time to introduce a mimic, right?
All I could think of when talking about unzipping the vest and pull it off, all I could think of was Alien.
Yeah.
Yeah. Totally. No, I thought about that, but Mallow has a 9 wisdom, so he's like, I'll do it. See what happens.
So,
does anybody want me to put it on and see if that does anything?
If you are willing.
Oh yeah, I'm in a wild mood today.
Reagan gets out the staff that cures curses and other things.
Not a bad idea.
Excellent.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess I want to slip this vest on, and then since I undid it, I do kind of understand the mechanism how to reseal it.
Yeah, and it's a little bit of trial and error to figure out what. There's a weird, like, there's almost like a what do you call it? Like a slot that you have to put one thing in, and then you can activate the lever again. And you do that. You finish like sealing it on the way up, and with your saffron robes and this thing on, you look like a Sikh shopping at a sporting goods store.
That's what I was going to say. I look like a goof.
Yeah. So it's a good look. No, but you can feel as you're touching the pockets, like there definitely feels like there's.
You must be in Toronto.
Yeah, exactly. Totally.
Is there any weight to it?
Yeah.
Do I feel?
Oh yeah, like the pockets feel like they're
weight
full.
or-
The ones that have the snaps, like where the buttons have been snapped down on them, absolutely.
Mhm.
And it's weird, like if you open the ones that Malo had opened and he felt in and found nothing in there, when you seal the button up again too, which seals very easily, it once again feels like there's something in there. It doesn't like inflate, it just seems to hold that shape whether you're feeling inside or not.
So now try to stick your hand in the pocket and see if you can.
Yeah, let's try. I think you said like on the bottom left.
If it were some
Oh,
sort
you
of
guys are
monster-
just killing me with this mimic thing. Like it would have been so good.
Your head.
Yeah, there is. I read PCs Through an Adventure once that everything was like some sort of animated,
Yeah.
like mimic, a carpet smothering,
Cloakers.
well that had a water weird. It's kind of
Nice. I should look and see if there's a vest of devouring in my
No, you should
Encyclopedia
not do
Magica.
Do not do that.
Ivy has like
Feel a little better about your character deaths now, eh, Arlen? Amar, you lose your torso.
Yeah, I just ran after a beastman when he was fighting me. I didn't stick my hands into weird places, and, magic items that I didn't know what they do.
All right, so that bottom left, you said kind of there's a pocket. Amar wants to open that up and see if he can feel anything in there or not.
No. Again.
Oh, this is the weirdest thing.
I mean, past
Okay.
experience, I think Malo and Iffy, what you guys know is that often magic items do require you to know some kind of command word or something like that to, in order to actually activate them. There needs to be some kind of intention behind them as well to do that.
Maybe I'll take it off and read the tag.
Yeah. Where
Tag
is
says, "Do-
Indonesia?
Text says, do not
Actually,
remove
I'm our way
the
to do that.
actual owner.
Yeah.
Will be prosecuted.
Well, no, it's Indonesia is a 20th century title or name for the, right? Yeah.
That's true. He's the 18th century, right?
Yeah, 17th thing.
17th.
No, 18th.
Are you 18th century?
1700 is 18th. Yeah, 18th century, which is 1700, I think.
Yeah.
All right, well, since it doesn't really seem to be doing anything per se, let's at least go ahead and keep it and carry it with us, because it's definitely something.
Definitely easy to carry, and you look pretty smart, too. So- okay.
All right, what else in
Oh.
here?
Hey, maybe think about that dagger thing that the guy had in his hand when it
Oh, yeah.
disappeared.
Okay.
Maybe it went
Because
in-
I touched it. I know what it feels like. I know what it looks like.
Okay.
So yeah, okay. So so we'll try that again. Amar kind of concentrates, visualizes, focuses on that item, and then tries reaching into that same bottom left-hand pocket to see.
your hands close around something.
Oh,
You pull out, and it's that same implement.
holy crap! Okay, good call. Good call.
Yeah. Nice.
All right. Well, that's different.
Yeah, too bad we don't know what else is in there, because maybe there could be, lots of gold or.
Yeah, there could be like 1 million GP in here somewhere.
Imagine gold.
Imagine 1 million GP.
The pockets remain empty.
I'll imagine like 1 gold piece. 1 coin.
You reach in there. No.
Nothing. Okay. Well, it's worth a shot.
Amar, if there's something that you don't mind putting in, you can try it in reverse. Try putting something in and imagining it disappearing.
Yeah, let's do that. I've got a dagger that I could take, and put in one of the pockets. And when I open it back up, it's not there, but I'm going to feel in there and kind of visualize once again.
Well, no. So if you open it up, and again, like it feels like something's in there, you open it up, there's nothing there. If you jam your dagger in there, it now obviously has the dagger in there. Close it. Dagger's still in there. Open it up. Dagger remains there.
Interesting.
Maybe imagine it disappearing. I don't know.
Imagine harder.
I'm thinking it might be maybe a function of.
Or things
It could be a function just of the metal itself.
Or things were tied to this vest, or.
Right.
Something
Might be
like
change it together. Yeah.
So we'll have. I say we take it and investigate it further once we
Yeah.
take it
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah, maybe all the pieces inside it make something.
Yeah.
And we might.
Voltron vest.
Yeah.
I guess something you could. You said that implement is made of weird metal. Maybe you can test it against like the kind of metal that we have. See if it has the better hardness.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking it might be something tied to the metal, or the device, the implement could have been enchanted itself.
So if you test it, I mean, it's the same very hard metal, the sky metal that Xanaco's told you about before.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, I think we figured out as many of its secrets as we can at the moment.
Yeah, right now I think we're impasse. So.
And you look very snazzy in that.
Dialing and profiling.
Okay, so what are you?
I guess we'll back out of this room. There's nothing else of interest.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else that we see that's really major in here, Kevin, correct?
That's correct. Yeah. Otherwise, it's just detritus.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Yeah.
Let's
Let's go ahead and head back out to the main room.
Okay.
Yeah.
We can use those. Turn that bench on its side and use it as like a plow to push traps away from us.
What else? So now we want to maybe go check out these doors up here.
Yeah, there's basically I can see that the chamber ends where I'm standing essentially. So there's no other exits or entryways. So these 2 doors are the other options, and then continuing to ascend is the third remaining option.
Let's see.
Reagan suggests again to listen at any doors.
I will definitely do that. I'll look at the doors first to see if there's happens to be any writing. I'm assuming there's not, but just in case.
There's not on either of these doors. No.
Okay.
Which of the doors do you wish to listen against first?
I'll listen against the closer one, I guess. Here.
Okay. So you stop and press your ear up against that cold metal door. You can't hear anything on the far side.
Okay.
And
not
this
surprised.
is one of the the metal hatches with the wheel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I can open the hatch so the mechanism will be disengaged and keep the door closed until everybody's ready. If that's makes sense. If everybody wants to, unless everybody's happy where they're standing at the moment.
Take a look here.
Nah, it probably should be.
Reagan will go back here.
Okay.
have the bastard sword out.
Okay.
All right.
These doors, can I tell if based on what we've seen before, does this door push inward or do we have to pull outward?
This one would pull outward.
Okay. Okay. So if everybody's ready, what I'm going to do is I'll have disengaged the mechanism with the wheel, and then I will pull it outward. I don't know if I need to step back here to open it, but I will if I need to.
Okay. No, you can stay in the same spot.
Okay.
5 feet's
Okay.
more than enough.
Okay.
I mean, once the trap goes off, it'll. I mean,
No, I know.
There's
I want to make sure I'm right in the line of fire.
Yep. Yep. Okay.
In Kev's games, you're always in the line of fire.
Yeah.
Right.
All right. So here we go, guys. Malo. 1, 2,
I'm
3.
trying.
So what you see is yet another of those kind of antechambers that you've seen before. Pulls out.
Mhm.
If you poke your head in, you can see that there is another door a little further in there.
Okay. And that's it. There's no detritus or anything like that.
This floor is perfectly clear.
I relay that to the party. It looks clear, but there is a door a little bit further in here.
Reagan,
Just
just
like-
look up before you walk in.
Yeah, I will look around before I enter.
So
And
Reagan,
also,
right
somebody may
behind
wanna
you,
Grab a hold of the door.
right behind Reagan, and about 20 feet
Mhm.
up, there's another vent. You
Mm,
can also see
I
over
pointed
that balcony down into the layer before, or the
Mm.
level before layer.
I pointed out to Reagan at the vent.
Yep.
And it's good that you're here because I have, such a low wisdom that I'm going to keep forgetting to do these things. I'm not being facetious. I'm trying to play him that way.
Reagan, you can hear something. Sounds like something's moving in the vent.
It's a vent back here.
Yep.
Okay. So Reagan relays that to everybody else. There's something moving up there. Does it sound alive, or does it sound like maybe
It sounds like something dragging across metal.
something
That's
dragging?
yeah, that's the extent of what you can hear. Not metal on metal or stone on metal.
And remind me, the vents are like about how big? Like how big of something? could
20
come
feet
through?
up, and they're about 2 feet by 2 feet.
And there's
I believe they call that in the trades die-hard size.
okay. Okay. And does it sound like it's coming this way?
I need my vent to be 1 McLean.
It's
Does the sound seem to be getting louder as if it's coming towards the vent?
It sounds like something's moving in there. You're not sure what.
Mm.
Okay.
And none of us else can hear it. This is only Reagan.
Only Reagan right now, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And from your angle too, you're not really picture like this thing's 20 feet up. Well, I mean technically it's about 18 feet up, but it's so far up that you can't really get a good vantage to look just directly in. You could,
Okay.
I guess, try and like props. I mean, even standing on someone else, it's still not going to come close to, the height that you need to be.
Standing on an enlarged person, though.
That might work.
But
And
Reagan's
definitely standing on an enlarged person next to an atrium is really, the gift that keeps on giving for this DM. So
Well, Reagan
let's add 2d6 to the damage we take from the fall.
Reagan unfortunately can't do that now unless she rests. It's still the same day.
Oh yeah, right. You can't do the enlarge right now.
So sorry, Kev. I can't give you that gift.
I'll have to find some other way of amusing myself. But anyway, you do hear the sound of it. Something is moving up there, though.
Okay.
Interesting.
If
Reagan
you
says, I will. Go
do,
ahead.
do you say that to? Do you let anyone else know?
Of course, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
she says that there's something up there moving.
It stops as soon as you say that.
Something in the vent, huh?
I don't hear anything.
It
sure?
just stopped. It just stopped
Hmm.
as soon as I said it.
Interesting. That's pretty far up there.
Yeah. She's going to suggest that she can stay at the door here. I'm not actually moving her. I'm saying she can stay there and keep an eye on the vent while the others go inside.
Okay.
She
Okay.
can help if something happens.
Sounds like a good
Zaniko,
idea.
you can hear something tick, 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 tick on the floor behind you. And you look behind you, and what you see, remember that cog that fell down the stairs?
Mm-hmm.
You could swear that something like an identical cog is just rolling across the floor and kind of like stops at one point and does that sort of like hubcap that fell off a tire thing, that in the space that you or that Iffy and the others have cleared.
So I'm gonna kind of elbow Amar and point it out.
And now it's just laying there, Kev?
Just laying there. Yeah, and you don't see it in motion. By the time that you look back, it's just a gear. It looks like something that was forgotten behind when Iffy cleared things up.
Okay. About what the diameter of it is.
About yay big.
Yeah.
And it's not thick either.
Okay. Okay.
It says on the inside as well, too, in Atlantean, a single word. Cogswells. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, dun, 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 dun.
I'm on fire today.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have the door open. We have noise upstairs. We have the cog that has fallen on the floor. And there's a door inside this atrium that Malo can see. What do you guys wish to do?
Well, I don't know about the cog, so I step into this antechamber
Okay.
and look around to see if there's any effect of my entry.
Nothing you can discern. It appears to be the same. Honestly, it looks almost identical once you get in there to some of the others you've explored one level down.
Okay, so the other door is the same mechanism, all that stuff.
Exactly.
All right, well, I'll check out the door, see if there's anything different about it.
From what you can tell, this is identical to any of the other doors within the choking tower that you've smoking tower that you've passed thus far.
So no heat coming off or claw marks or.
Touch the outside. There's no heat on this. No.
Okay.
There are no markings.
I remember that I should listen.
Okay. So you press your ear against the door. Nothing from within.
It's nice and cool, though. All right, so I will just then step back here and, because I don't want to have to yell all this, I'll just tell my companions it's another door. It looks exactly the same as the others we've investigated previously.
Mm-hmm.
Should some of us proceed while Reagan keeps an eye on that vent?
Yes, we could move forward. I mean, so this it goes kind of more east, right? It doesn't go explore what's up in the north, right?
Correct. It's just 10 feet to the south, and then door goes east.
Right. Okay.
It's narrow in here, just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's go.
Okay, so I'll disengage the locking mechanism with the wheel.
Okay. So
If I
you.
can.
This one will go in, so you have to push it inside.
Okay. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right,
And
I'll open it.
1, 2, 3. Now what you see in here is much closer to what you have seen in the other laboratories. This is a number of benches and what look like you've seen when, like, say, you know what it looks like? It looks like a combination of the heavy equipment or heavy tools that, like, say, a cabinet maker or like a carpenter might use, but with some of the finer implements that, say, an illuminator might use or an artisan. So you're not sure like what kind of fine work might be done here. But you know what the tools that look like? They honestly look kind of similar to that implement that Amar called forth from the vest.
Interesting.
There's a layer of dust that's in here, and there's some disarray where things have been knocked over and whatnot. There are bits of sky metal in here, and you can see that on one table there looks like a sculpture they may be working on, and maybe that's what this place, the purpose for this room is some kind of artistry, because there's a sculpture of a head that looks vaguely like an insect.
Uh-huh. There seems to be. I've been constructing something here. I say to Iffy.
Yeah, do you sense any magic?
I will. How big is this chamber?
It is, what is it?
Should
20,
we be,
20
I can't see it.
Oh, hold on. You can't see it?
No.
You should be able to. I've got.
I just see blackness. That.
Because I've got.
There we go. Now I see it. That I've moved in. I can see it.
Okay. So I had it. I had your token selected for viewing, and I could see the full light in there. But so yeah, it's about 20 feet by 20 feet.
Now I see it. Yeah. Once I pass the threshold, I see it perfectly.
Okay. Now, Malo, you hear something, some sound of like metal needles hitting the ground.
Within this chamber.
Yeah.
I'll scan quickly to see if I can see where it emanated from, and then I'll step out whether I see something or not.
Okay. Give me a D6 roll, please. Nice. Oh, that was Carl. Oh, still good too.
Yeah.
All right. So then you're looking around, and what seems to come around the corner and then moving up the side of one of these workstations. Let me just show you what you see. Because I spent part of my morning while eating breakfast loading assets. Now this is about probably as long and as thick as, say, Cain's arm. So it's it's a little bit longer than that, about twice the length of his arm, but about the same thickness. And it's moving up towards you. It is about 5 feet away. I'll place it on the map.
Okay.
And this is what you see coming towards you.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
So,
okay.
Where is the only... There you are.
let me just resize this sucker. There we go. It is right there.
Uh-huh. Okay.
Now, let's roll some initiative. So, you did, because you were keeping your eye out for it, you did spot this thing before it got a chance to ambush you. So that's the upside.
Yeah, that's the one good thing.
Yep. Iffy, would you give me a D6 roll, please? Three. Okay, so that was good enough. Iffy, you are not surprised either. You have been through enough of these damn rooms to be mindful of what is going on. So let's have Malo and Iffy decide what you're doing. Put that in chat, and then let's see here. I think everyone was here last time, so let's start at my most right. Carl, you're going to start rolling initiative for us. So Carl, would you kindly beat my 5? Oh!
Yeah.
Carl had no interest in continuing to roll initiative. Fuck this. All right. So then, we got Malo and Iffy who are doing melee, but so is this thing. Once I find my run book. Where'd I put it? Here it is. Okay. So, this thing goes skittering towards you, and it leaps up Malo. Malo, what is your current AC?
It is currently a 1.
A 1. Okay, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. So it leaps up. And it's those 4 mandibles kind of hit the outside of your armor and scratch down, tearing your robes as it does, but it does not connect for any damage. Okay.
Great.
Now it is then Malo or Iffy. What do you want to do? This thing hits the and it moved up too.
I'm gonna go hold still and swipe down with my bastard sword.
Okay. Yep, big hit. Big hit. Let me figure out what the hit dice this thing is, or hit points. And you guys will be pleased to know that I need to make use of my dice rolling app in order to do this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see here. Let's see. There it is. Okay. And Malo, you can make your attack as well too while I'm doing this.
Yeah, and I'm just gonna step, not away from it, but just to allow Iffy to have a better
Sure.
access to it, and then I'll make my attack. Nope.
Oh shoot! Well, I think you no doubt this thing freaked you out, right? So.
Yeah, totally. I was like, kind of stumble backwards a little bit, and I the only thing I do otherwise is yell out the sky metal creature. So hopefully the others are aware.
Yep. All right. So let's add some damage to this thing. Nice hit. Iffy. Okay. So then, that is the end of the. Let's see here. That is the end of the first phase. So you guys scream out. The rest of you guys will have a chance to act on the next round. Then it is, I guess, the end of the round. So we're on to round 2, guys.
I'm done. Yeah.
Okay. So then, Robert, you're up next here. So everyone declare what you're doing for the round first.
Okay. So Amar's still out.
No, I was going to say, I mean, you and Zanico can stay out here and I can go in.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Hold and Kev,
Maybe fall back into that hallway because at least it's more defensible.
Yeah, maybe. Kev, if I declare magic and I don't do anything, that's fine, right? And I don't lose anything.
Yep.
I don't have to in advance say that I'm gonna.
Nope. You can abort your magic without losing spell. It just means you can't do anything else.
Okay, got it. Right.
Okay. So we got everyone declared there. Looks like 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we're good to go. Then Robert, beat my 2, please.
Well, it didn't
Tied.
do that.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Hold on, but what's this thing's AC or a dexterity? Okay, everyone's got a dexterity higher than 12, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, so you guys are up first. Malo or Iffy, what are you guys doing?
Go ahead, Molly.
There we go.
Those are solid hits. Sparks fly off this thing from where you're hitting.
All right, take my attacks, and then I'll get some R's moving
Oof, neither of those connects. Off of the outside of this thing's hull. Then it rears back and leaps up onto Malo again. At 20.
Ooh.
Which is bad in this game. Jeez.
Yep.
All right. So the first hit is going to do trip damage, unfortunately. Yeah. But let's just hopefully I roll crap here. Which I do. Oh, you take 15 points of damage. Full DR will apply.
We do have a fairly good pool of, what do you call it, astonishing fortune.
Yeah, we still got 5 points.
True.
And this thing's going to latch onto you with the mandibles, and its legs begin they shift, and little like saws begin spinning on the inside, and they're gonna.
I think I'd like to spend an astonishing fortune.
Okay. Now, do you want to spend the astonishing fortune to ignore the damage, or to not have this thing attach?
I'm gonna do the damage because I mean that's a significant.
Okay, so it's latched onto you, and those little saws are going, and it's gonna into you in a moment. But you managed to just be grappled by this thing.
Okay.
Okay. Then it is. Let's see here. We have Reagan and Amar moving. What are you guys doing?
One, two,
Right. Well, I'm gonna let Amar move first,
4.
and then Reagan's just gonna move here to basically cover the door and be able to look both ways, so she can look. She's primarily focusing on the vent, but she's also glancing this way once in a while.
Okay. Right. So then that is the first phase. Second phase, we have. No one's doing melee. Amar's doing melee.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'm going to.
So you can see this thing is attached to Malo, and he's kind of shouting, and you can see there's some. I'm trying to think how you might process a buzzsaw in your, in your sort of time.
we have,
Like teeth.
we have these discs that we spin and throw.
Oh, the chakram. Yeah, of course.
Mhm.
Yeah, so that's what it looks like. It looks like
So-
there's little chakrams that are attached to this things, and there's like, 10 of these legs that are all spinning. And from where this thing's angled, its body is getting a grip on Malo, so it's going to start pushing these limbs into it. The other downside is because of it being attached to Malo, it's getting a benefit of cover. So it's a little harder for you to hit it. But how will that stop our stalwart monk? Come on.
What about? I mean, is it technically technically grappling?
Yeah, you see these lovely, where is it here? Come on. Those lovely mandibles, those red-tipped mandibles, those are locked around Malo's chest.
Okay. So yeah, let's I'm trying to decide if I want to attempt to grapple it or not. My strength is really not that great, so.
It is also seemingly made of mostly pointy bits, so...
Yeah, don't want to maybe interface with it.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally. So, all right, well, let's try the old fist
Woo.
of fury. Please.
There we go. Not quite good enough. It swings very narrowly. Oh,
Dang it.
you have 4 points of Astonishing Fortune left, if you want to reroll either of those.
Suggestions?
Am I able to make attacks while grappled like this?
Yes, because there's enough of this thing's body trailing behind that you can still use. Normally, when you're grappling, you can't make use of your like a medium-sized weapon. But with this, because there's so much of it, and it's really just the part, like the top part of this thing that's attached to you, there's enough to try and damage.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know if you need to do it, Will.
Yeah, okay, that's fine.
Okay. Then, is that it for second phase? Magic on second phase, Reagan?
Well, it doesn't cost her anything to do it, so she's going to cast. Let's see. Sorry, let me take a quick look here. She can't see behind her since Xanaco's the only one there. She's going to cast Strength of Faith on him, which is just in case something happens. It's +2 to saving throws associated with mind control, and he gains 2 temporary hit points.
Okay.
Just in case something happens.
Okay.
Cool.
And because your attention is on Xanaco, I think you do not see the red glowing eyes that flash in the vent.
Okay.
And then I guess Zaniko, were you moving or doing anything, or you were just keeping an eye out?
I was just hanging out and keeping an eye out on the cog and the stairs up and see if there are more falling down and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay. Then it is the end of the round, I guess, guys. We're on to round 3. So, Robert, you were still kicking butt, so everyone declare what you were doing this round.
Well, since I made the mistake, she's going to do this. Metagaming, concentrating. I'm anticipating.
That's fine.
Okay.
Concentration literally means she has to be watching him, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, and
Women have very good
nice.
peripheral vision.
watch.
Right? Yeah. Women
Okay.
presumably have good peripheral vision. I'm just pointing this out.
Yeah. Beat my 2, please, Robert.
Yep.
Oh,
Nice. Okay. So we got Malo, Iffy, and Amar on melee. Who wants to go
I'm
first?
swinging like crazy. No.
Sparks fly. Who wants to go next?
I want attack.
Oh, nice. Iffy. Oh, it's got cover. Sorry, that's a narrow miss. You come so close to hitting it, then you realize you might actually hit Malo, and you sort of bring the stroke off at the last second. Amar?
All right, here goes nothing.
Kung Fu.
Yes.
It's a hit.
Yay!
That is not. Okay. You damage this thing again. All right. Now it is its turn. Let's see how many of these buzzsaws get to attack. That's a lot.
Okay.
Going in. Now your AC is a 1, so...
Yeah, actually, no. Just while we were playing, I went back and looked to see, and it would actually be a 2 because, based on taking apart our armor, and I actually had written it down in a different spot, so I fucked up the first.
First
attack.
2 are misses, even with the higher AC. Next one. No, nat 20.
Oy.
Excellent.
Oy.
I love the dice.
They're very, very nice. Okay, so, and then one more. So I hit with 3. One of them is a crit. Fucking 6. I didn't really roll that properly. Let me give it a good... Well, I picked it up and dropped it, and I'm like, it's a 6 again. Let's just give the benefit of the doubt. But then I rolled a 5, so...
Yeah, okay.
Double damage instead of trip damage, so there's that.
I think I'm going to have the Astonishing Fortune the crit.
Okay, so that one does not hit. The other 2... You take, and this stuff, unfortunately, because of this is made of that sky metal, your DR will not apply. 2 points of damage from the first one, as these surgical saws cut into you. And the second one, you take 6 points of damage. And blood is coming out like a mist from where these things go in. Okay.
I'll be the one doing the Robert.
Yeah. Oh, I think there's going to be lots of
and those jaws also get to tighten as well. You take another 5 points. The DR does apply against that. Okay, so... All right. Then it is... let's see here. Second... no one's got ranged. No one's got magic on first. Oh, Robert, you're concentrating?
Yep.
Okay. You can see Zaniko from where you are, keeping your eyes back and forth. Were you paying attention at all to that vent that Reagan was talking about before?
I'll think. Oh, this is there? I guess I know it's there, but I'm not really watching it. I guess is the way. I expect Reagan to be watching that section because I'm watching this direction.
Yeah.
That would have been smart.
So what you guys don't see is that smoke begins kind of billowing out of the vent. Then it is end of first phase. We're on a second phase. Malo can move.
I'm assuming I can't move because it's got
you can
me
move.
grappled.
This thing does not wait. It's coming with you.
I see.
So you can stagger.
I don't see any reason to.
You dramatically stagger to the side and knock over some stuff on the.
Exactly. I smashed back into the ball for a second.
Yep.
I'm trying to bash it into the ball.
It's almost like those beakers were set up specifically for you to dramatically knock them over. Fabulous. Okay. So then, guys, I think that brings us to the end of round 3. We're on to round 4. And I keep wanting to roll the D10 for initiative. Everyone?
And now,
Yeah.
So, okay, I'm just going to make sure. You know, Reagan has a high wisdom. I'm thinking at some point there's like a nagging thing in her head. You know, I'm probably not doing the right thing here.
I think that nagging thing is called metagaming.
Okay. But she has a high wisdom. It's like, but she doesn't see anything. She was expecting the shit to hit the fan, and she literally can't like do a glance to the side while concentrating.
If she's concentrating, no. If you want to break your concentration, by all means.
Well, all right. GM said it would be metagaming, so I'm not going to do it.
Well, no. Like, you can do what you want with it. It's just the, it is fairly obvious metagaming if you're using player knowledge instead of character knowledge to determine what you're doing.
I know.
I don't know why she would be casting Concentrate on Zaniko.
Well, yeah, I know. She wanted a...
Watch that year.
Yeah. All right. You know what? She's going to drop it just because she hears a lot going on behind her and not much going on out here. So her idea is, okay, nothing's going on out here.
I did just scream out.
Yeah.
Well, and
she's going to drop
Zaniko will probably, because magic is big and flashy in Ash, right?
Yeah.
Zaniko will probably like at least glance back and sort of, raise an eyebrow, maybe. Yeah, like, what's going
My
on?
tribe has a saying dating back generations. My grandfather's grandfather's grandfather, and it goes, the fuck.
All right. All right.
All right. So then, let's hear Robert. We're escalating some difficulty here. Beat my 6.
No.
Whoa. In again. Let's see here. First ones. Good news, no nat 20s.
Okay, that's
Bad news, 2 hits.
Oh,
Make that 3 hits.
oh shit.
Make that 4 hits.
Oh.
Last one's a miss, so only 4 hits. Let me grab all the dice and
work.
I think I may have to just negate one of them.
So 3 points of damage from the first one, 4 points from the second one, 5 points from the third one, 5 points from the final one.
I'm gonna. The last 2 were 5, right?
That's right. Yeah.
So I'm gonna use 1 to negate the final one.
Okay.
Or the third. I guess I'll have negated the third one, and the fourth one takes me to -1.
Okay. So, and as you drop, this thing then kind of snaps towards. You hit him last, Amar, and those jaws kind of, and there's a mechanical kind of, shifting as they reposition as if ready to grapple again. So Mala's not going to be attacking this turn. Amar, you can though. And hold on, if he's doing magic, cool. Amar, what are you doing?
All right, I'm attacking this thing, man.
Okay.
Awesome.
See if,
doesn't get the cover bonus now that it's let go. That's not good enough though.
Ah.
It's just moving around. You can picture that like you're doing these like stomping and punching and kicking and shit, and it's just like moving out of the way in the last second. I think that is it for melee. So no missile magic. Iffy, what do you got on deck here?
She's gonna cast Shocking Grasp and try to touch the thing.
Interesting.
Deliver
Okay.
a quick shot.
Very cool.
It says metal armor is ignored, but I don't know what I need to do.
Go ahead, make your attack roll.
But we don't know if this is conducted either.
No.
We'll find out.
Is it purple lightning as well too?
Yeah, it's like Force Lightning from Star Wars.
Yeah, nice.
Cool.
Man, is there like a generic attack roll here?
Just give us a
don't think
D20
so.
roll. You can just give us a D20 roll if you like. And then we'll figure out whether. I mean, if it's higher, if it's super low, super high, we'll not need to really look any further.
All right, I'm gonna use Astonishing Fortune to reroll that.
Good call.
To 15.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is definitely a hit. So, how much damage does it do?
1d8 plus 5.
Okay.
So
Come on. Big money. Bacon, 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 bacon.
6.
6?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, and you hit this thing, and it seems the lightning seems to like be supercharged by this, as it pulses all the way through this thing's body, and it's moving those metal mandibles around like it's a living thing in pain. That seemed to be remarkably effective against it.
Nice.
That is the
Still up,
end.
though.
Yeah, then we got move from Reagan.
So Reagan's basically dropped the concentration. She's actually planning to go back into the room, but she spares a glance for the vent before she does that.
Yeah, and you shout because you can see there is that billowing grayish cloud there.
Also, Iphigenia will also call out for triage for healing.
Okay.
Okay.
Man down.
So Reagan calls out. If she hears the triage, the call for man down, she knows she has prayer for the dying, and so she goes inside.
Okay. You got this, Xanico!
Yep.
Again, my grandfather's saying, the fuck?
Yep.
Xanico, you look back at Reagan's call, and I think you can easily see this as well, too. Across the balcony there, up on the left, out of that mist, there's a gout of grayish smoke that seems to be just hanging there.
I think Reagan's making a ton of mistakes today.
Is this because I was absent for a session? Is this related to something that has happened before to the party, or is this a new experience?
They have experienced. At one point, they saw a figure in this thing that screamed at them in Atlantean, "Go," or "Leave," or something to that effect. And I believe it casts there was a spell cast at them by it at one point as well.
Okay. Well, I remember that there was like a voice in events from when I was here, but I don't remember spell casting at them.
Yeah. So and Xanico would have known that as well too. He would have been exposed to that. So you seem remarkably on your own, and that thing, the distance between that cloud and the door is about the same as you and the door that Reagan just went running through.
Yep.
Okay. Second phase, we've got just a bunch of moves. This thing kind of skitters across the floor towards Amar. And we got Reagan with magic on the second phase.
She can't see anybody, I don't think, so she lets it fizzle.
Okay. Well, the thing is, too, remember that, like, you have to declare at the start of the phase what specific spell you're casting as well, too, not just that you're using magic. Would she have had prayer, like, if she's spending each round just starting to cast prayer for the dying and hoping she'd see someone?
Yeah, I think she probably would have been planning to
because you can't ready an action with a spell. There's no contingent spells, right? So
yeah, okay.
It's fine for this round. It's just
said that.
It's fine for this round, but let's just remember that, like, when you're declaring your actions, you're deciding what specific spell you're casting as well, too. That's part and parcel of sort of the dynamic nature.
Because I haven't seen anybody actually do that when they do magic. So
I haven't seen anyone do what?
Like when they declare actions.
We've been doing that for 43 sessions.
Well, no, Iphigenia just wrote magic.
Right, but the players, I trust that we don't require you to write down what specific you're doing, but just so I'm clear, like that's what everyone else understood, right?
Okay.
The spellcasters?
Yeah, when you start the process.
I mean, in most cases, it's been pretty clear, so there's always been something in my mind.
But it's specifically, what spell. You can't just, like, say I'll do magic. So, sorry if that was unclear, so I should have made that more clear. Okay.
You probably did, I forgot.
All right. Then, guys, we are at the... I think that is the end of the round then. So, guys, we are a little more than halfway through our session. Why don't we take our midway break? I can feel the urgent call. I don't know if you guys can... Is that... Is that the old man
Bladder?
bladder calling? Yeah, I think it's
Yeah.
it's time to avail myself of a rest. So let's take a mid-session break here, guys. Come back, and then we will check in with chat, and then carry on against the surgical centipede. So I'm just full of fucking alliteration today. It's like this session brought to you by Stan Lee from the 60s. All right, so we'll be back momentarily, folks.
How was your weekend, Amar? Or Will?
It's good. I'm on vacation this coming week.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna leave tomorrow and go up to the mountains.
Which mountains?
The Appalachians, Smoky Mountains, the national park up there at Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Okay.
We love going to Gatlinburg. So,
Cool. I've been to the Appalachians, but of course in Pennsylvania. That's...
we were originally supposed to do all kinds of stuff this summer. We had originally planned on going to the mountains in May, and we were going to take my mom and dad. Well, of course, the virus hit and everything. And my wife's like, "No, I don't think we should go yet." I said, "Well, let's push it to June, you know." So we pushed it to June. Time got closer. We were still like, "I don't think so." So we moved it to this time.
Yep.
Well, my wife and I were already scheduled to go to Disney World with our son in September. So we ended up canceling that. And then, I guess 2 weeks ago, my dad was hospitalized for double pneumonia.
Ugh.
So they're not going to be able to go with us either.
All right.
So it'll just be me and my wife. But I mean, that's nice. You know,
Yeah.
nice for us to have time together. Her birthday is what? 23rd.
Hmm.
So we're kind of doing a little bit of birthday celebration for that, me and her.
Yeah. Well, sounds at least far less than what you wanted, but at least you get more than maybe it looked like you were going to get.
Yeah, I mean, it's, and of course, I haven't taken any vacation at all this year.
Yeah.
I guess my last vacation was basically the New Year time.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm ready to get away from work.
I can imagine. All right, it's time for Reagan to wake up here.
Nice legs, Madison.
Yeah, aren't they? Chicken legs, chicken legs. Oh man, it's hilarious. I got these are soccer shorts that I bought like 15 years ago.
Oh wow!
And it's just because of COVID. Like I had a trial last week, and it was the first time I've been in a full suit since March. And because of the quarantine quarter, I had to buy 2 new suits for the 2-day trial because I'm too fat for my existing suits. Turns out wearing old soccer shorts gives you a false sense of just how much weight you've gained over the past, 8 months. Yeah. On the plus side, they're very comfortable, though. So,
exactly.
All right. So in chat, Jeffrey, Necrum, and Dave. Howdy, guys. Welcome, or folks, I should say. All right, guys. Let's see what happens next year. I'm gonna take a little zip of my my Fruitopia and San Pellegrino because I'm living large today. It's a long weekend. It's Canadian Thanksgiving.
All right.
I am thankful for being able to use a weird surgical centipede against my players. So, all right, guys, we are on to now. This was a favored round. Did everyone have their favorite attack rate? Well, Malo's down, and if he's casting a spell, so I guess my question is answered. Once again, I picked up the fucking D10 instead of the D6. Everyone declare what you're doing for round 5.
All right.
It's been a long time since we've had someone go down in Ash.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
oh, sorry.
I was fixing to say back when we got gorillas.
I mean, Arthur didn't go down because he went straight from up to dead because it was such a big hit. So I guess he technically didn't exist in that liminal state.
Right.
There's a new Netflix film that came out the last little while called Devil All the Time or Devil something or other.
Devil All the Time, yeah.
Devil All the Time. So, and it has perhaps the most obtrusive narrator I've ever seen in a film because it's fucking constantly there and totally unnecessary. Like, you know, someone's going and doing something and it's just telling you really what's happening or explaining you what you should be able to infer from it. So my son and I were watching this thing last weekend, we're joking about it. And the funniest fucking thing he said, because we were talking about how, like, oh, this, and blah, blah, blah. He said, me again? And I don't know why, but I just found that the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah.
So sort of, I don't know if it's very similar, but that sort of fourth wall idea is more and more prevalent. Like Enola Holmes. Enola Holmes had that. Like, she would talk to the camera. And
you know what? Well, see, but that was like that one was different, and I get that, and the stylized.
I like that. I liked
that an awful lot.
I like it in Deadpool because it's.
What this felt like is like it's something that like they saw a film at one point where Morgan Freeman did this, and they're like, "This is the best. We're gonna do this for everything," and it's like, no, but. You know,
well, it speaks to like writing a film is different than writing other projects because you write what you write is not necessarily what kind of comes out, but you need to figure out how to write in a way that what comes out works.
Well, and it's
so
you know,
if you write narration instead of just saying like, here's what's happening in this scene that we can see.
Yeah. Well, George, I mean, you're the only screenwriter in the group here. It's tell, don't show, right?
Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's exactly what you want to be doing.
So does that come from that kind of writing come from the screenwriter then, or is it direction?
Yeah, it's a screen.
Direction?
Well,
See, it's so in television, the writer is in charge. So the writer hires the director does what the writer wants, and everybody brings their own artistry to it, of course, and that's what you want to have. But ultimately, the showrunner is the one making the final decisions, like on a voiceover. In features, it's the director who does all of that. However, this is a weird cross between a feature for a platform that's television. So I don't really know. I think it's different depending on who has more
so
weight.
in this one, I can't answer it. So the thing is like the narrator is not a character you ever fucking meet either. So it's just this omniscient narrator who's just constantly describing what you're seeing. This is what so-and-so's thinking. They're thinking this. They feel this way. And you're like, why? I can let them fucking act. This is what their job is.
Yeah,
And
I mean,
we found out it's the author of the thing it gets booked on. So we're like, did he seriously have a clause that required him to be able to do the narration? And that's the reason? But then I read an article that, nope, the narrator is something the director put in, and he selected the writer to go and do it. So the writer is blameless in this adaptation, but
I mean, it could be, and it's such a weird. You never know how things originate. So it could be Netflix originated it based on a pitch and said, "Well, pay to shoot this thing," or it could be a negative pickup. It's called, where the director got the money, raised the money, shot the thing, and then sold it to Netflix, like fully done. But often, what I find, and I have no idea what happened here at all, but often what I find is that voiceover gets done as a last resort to make things clear, like sort of like what Arlen was saying, because ideally, unless it's doing something like somebody was mentioning, Carl was mentioning, that's like playing against it, like Deadpool.
Yeah,
I don't feel like it's necessary, but Arlen, sorry.
Oh well, and also obviously just in kind of in terms of production, right? You can do a sort of voiceover after the rest has been done and you've shown the film to somebody, and if the test audiences are like, I don't really get what's going on, and you take that too seriously, and
this is that there is no chance of you misunderstanding anything, everything is spelled out so that like a 9-year-old could carefully follow along this ham-fisted Southern Gothic story.
Yeah, I mean, imagine if you would have something like that in like a noir, like True Detective. I mean,
if there was artistry or something.
Like a spoiler. There's a spoiler alert as the voiceover comes on.
Yeah. Well, that's what I thought was just so funny with it, because it was so ham-fisted, and then Jane saying, "Me again." Like the narrator's just popping back in.
It makes me want to watch it now.
You definitely hate watching. It's totally, the performances are pretty good in it, because it's got Robert Pattinson's in it, and not Tobey Maguire, what's his name? The other Spider-Man, the new one.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland is in it,
Right.
and the guy who played the clown in what do you call it in the in It. Yeah, like it's pretty. It's just going expecting an aggressively bad film, and you'll enjoy it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Now, Robert, I think you lost last time. So, Arlen, would you kindly beat my 4 for round 5? And for those listening at home, that has been our Hollywood segment on Reavers of Thule.
The Hollywood segment.
And we're all at home and we're all watching stuff in the world right now.
Totally. Yeah. All right. Okay. So, unfortunately, this thing is up first. So, it comes skittering over towards Amar. Amar, what is your AC currently?
Oh, good Lord. That's a good question. I think it's the same AC I've always had, because I really don't wear armor.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's an AC 2.
AC 2. All right. So, here we go. Oh, I narrowly hit. And this thing sinks. I didn't crit, though, so there's that.
That's good.
So it latches on, and you take 6 points of damage. DR will apply, but I guess if you've got no armor, then
That's what I was going to say. That's the one thing that really sucks is I don't have DR.
So this thing latches onto you, and as damaged as it is, it's still, you can see those, once again, those little saws and spinning up, little flecks of Malo's blood fly off of it. Then it is Amar. What are you doing?
Please.
Oh, and Iffy. Sorry, and Iffy in melee.
Let's see. What?
I'll take.
Why are you telling Malo to please die?
Yeah, sure. Iffy.
Oh,
Nice.
Oh, there you go.
This thing is nearly destroyed. Look at this. Boom.
Nice.
You can
I
see
mean,
the.
I have a lightning bolt. So.
Well,
This arcs around the room. Come. The smoke just says, "Well, my job's done." So
Yeah, I guess I decided to cast Shocking Grasp. I thought I'd still be grappled on the Malo last round.
oh shoot.
Made it easier to hit. But...
All right. So then next up is move. I guess on Zanako and Reagan.
Reagan's gonna move in here.
Okay.
And where's Malo's there, right there.
Zanako, fuck this. All right. Then it is end of the first phase. Do we have anything interesting happening on the second phase? Reagan, we got. And Zanako, you got interact with object. So second phase.
Yeah, if there's still stuff coming out of the vent, I'm just gonna close the door.
Cascading down the wall, and you close the door behind you. So let's put that door back in place. Okay.
and I lost 1 hit point. I just
Okay.
updated.
All right. And then it is Reagan, your prayer for the dying.
On Malo. Although I don't know if that's a good idea to do now, but why not? Yeah, that's
Nice. Awesome.
Sweet.
So what do we see as you cast prayer for the dying? What does your prayer for the dying look like?
Well, as everything, it has something to do with her father. So she places her hand.
Daddy!
Oh no, yeah, she places her hand on it. Actually, she doesn't say anything. She just thinks about her father and how he basically brought her back from death, and imagines him for this man.
Yep. And Malo, you suddenly awaken to a world of pain. Okay.
Yeah. And my face is covered with blood, like I'm just like soaked in blood.
Yeah. And your robes probably in the front are just shredded as well.
Yeah.
Then it is, let's see here. I think that is the end of the round then, guys. So next round. We're into round 6. This is a favored round again. And why am I picking up a D6? I don't know how to play this game, apparently. Everyone declare what you're doing for the round.
Is a standing up move?
Standing up, I think, is half your move, maybe? I don't remember in this
Oh,
game.
but I mean, should I make that my first move action if I want to be?
Yeah, let's say that.
Okay, cool.
Sorry, Reagan can't actually do melee. I'm presuming she's actually partway behind the door and she has no room to move because Amara's in her way. So
You could have gone here to cast your prayer for the dying, and then you can move. Remember, you can move through an ally squares, and you can move 20 feet, I think, because of.
let's do this instead. All right.
Okay.
Do that order.
Hold the door. Nice. All right. So first up, we have. Oh, we got to roll initiative. So, Arlen,
I lost.
You lost. All right, George. Here we go. Beat my 2.
All right, let's go. Come on, 4.
Nice. Melee is Iffy, Reagan, Amar, and that's it. Go ahead.
Reagan's moving. Sorry, I switched the order of that.
All right. So Iffy, you swing. Go ahead, George.
No, I'm gonna go last.
Okay. Then Reagan
melee.
or Iffy, or Reagan or Amar.
Amar.
I switched my order to move melee.
Okay, then Amar, you're up. Kung Fu. Nope. None Fu. Then that's not even a slant rhyme. Then it is. Let's see here. Oh, this thing I guess gets to. Oh boy. Start cutting into Old Amar. Those saffron robes have treated you well for many a month here. Let's see how they last up to the surgical centipede. 4 attacks on you this round. Your AC is a 0?
2.
A 2, okay. Nat 20.
Oh,
I'm kidding. And then 2 more hits. So I hit you 3 times.
We have 2.
Let's
we have
roll.
2,
It's trip damage from that crit.
Oh my god.
So, and I rolled max damage. I'm gonna guess you want to ignore the 24 you'd be getting from that crit.
Yeah, let's do that. Just for fun.
Okay. So then it's just a measly 6 from one, and then 3 from the other. Again, there's a bloody mist that calls off of Amar as he's trying to throw this thing off of him, and those jaws tighten on you as well. You don't have any DR, so I guess it doesn't really matter. 4 points of damage from the jaws tightening in. All right. Then it is no one's doing magic in the first phase. Zaniko, you're holding the door. You're finding nothing is trying to resist it. Then it is Robert. You're moving. Reagan, you're moving.
Yep.
Robert, you can move if you want to.
Yep. Yes. All right. Yep.
All right, so you maneuver over. All right, second phase, we have...
flanked up now.
Malo, you're getting up and grabbing your sword again.
Yeah.
Okay, then it is second phase, Malo and Reagan.
And the thing should be flanked now, right?
It is. Well, it's attached, so it does... I mean, you're getting a flanking bonus, but it's cover. It's got cover because it's on Amar.
Yeah, so at least it's even now. So, she pulls out... Yeah, she pulls out Kane's hammer. The electric hammer would be better, but she doesn't. She didn't see the hit, so.
Better not roll a 1.
Yeah, I know, but.
I'll save you, Amar.
Let's see, where'd that great hammer go?
Nice, that's a hit. That's actually a hit.
Okay.
And actually, that's enough to destroy it.
Nice.
Wow.
Thank God.
Yeah, and I just stagger to my feet and like raise my scimitar and then like see Reagan destroy it, and I'm kind of shocked.
Yeah. Okay. Scatters across the floor. And yeah, that, guys, with that down, the room falls back into silence. So,
except for Malo thanking Reagan for saving his life.
okay. Zaniko, the entire time you're holding there, the door shut, there's no... there's no force that's trying to force the door open.
And no, like, is there like the smoky, misty stuff coming under the door? Or...
This door is,
No?
is incredibly, these the Sky People's doors like this, they seal more perfectly than anything that any of your tribe could certainly make.
Okay.
Okay, so yeah, and you're seeing nothing come through here. Now that you guys have Reagan, with where you are, you can see that there is a tiny, maybe about 6-inch hole that's been born in the wall here, near the bottom.
Yeah, she doesn't do this. My first reaction was to put my eye to it. That doesn't seem like a good idea. She takes. Let's see, does she have a dagger or something? From this distance, can she see anything? Like, does it look like the hole keeps going down, or like it's a shallow hole?
It's a hole on the ground. You have to get down closer to see.
So let's see, what does she have here? She's got something. She points it out to everybody first.
Yeah, while you're doing that, Amar, if you're looking around, again, like you can see the tools in here seem similar to what you had manifested from your vest.
She takes an arrow. She has, and she kind of pushes it down into the hole.
Okay, so you reach down and you push the arrow through into the hole. How close does your hand get to the hole?
She's holding near the top of the arrow, and arrow's probably about 2 feet, approximately. So she's basically keeping her hand up near the top. She pushes it down about 1 foot to see what happens.
Well, it's a hole in the wall, right?
Okay,
It's
in
not
the
a hole in
yeah.
the floor, so you're going to the side.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but she keeps her hand 1 foot, basically
Okay.
no closer than 1 foot to the hole to
So you
start.
push it through. Nothing happens.
That's good.
She and is it close enough that she could actually have it on the floor?
Yep.
Like it could sit on the floor. Okay, so she does that, and she kind of pushes it with her foot, basically to where the fletching,
The arrow goes all the way through.
all the way through. Okay. No, she's not going to look in, but she doesn't hear anything. Well, she's high up, so she probably won't hear anything in there, but not.
Like if you're going to want to look down, you are going to have to crouch because and you're going to have to get relatively close because the benches and whatnot are otherwise kind of blocking the way. It looks like, you've probably seen at some point in some, stinky tavern or something, rats have gnawed a hole through. This looks like that.
Okay. And it's only a couple inches wide or so?
About 6 inches wide, yeah.
6 inches wide.
This thing, the thing that you have been facing, that could have crammed its way through.
Okay. Yeah, she doesn't feel like she needs to look any further. She tells the others.
Okay.
Just something to...
Sure.
Is there anything in the room that we can put up against it to block out while we're looking?
Yeah, there's probably some stuff. I mean, it wouldn't necessarily secure it, but you could
more of a wall. She put some stuff up against it.
So what do you mean stuff?
If there's a chair in the room or something, or just anything that would make good noise if something came out.
Sure.
So
Yep. You can do that. Absolutely. Okay. So, what are you guys doing next?
Xanaco's going to walk down, assuming that if anything comes to the door and tries to open it, it's going to make enough noise to alert us.
Sure. I'm picturing you walking down that thing with your eyes trained on that, on that turning handle, waiting to see any motion from it, and doesn't move at all.
And is going to suggest that if everybody is done getting beaten up, he has some ability to heal still. So why doesn't he do a heal spell on Malo?
Oh, awesome.
At least one of them. He's only got 2 left, so let's see how big this is and maybe use both. That's pretty good.
Yeah. About a third of the way up.
Okay.
Thanks, Xanaco and Reagan. I thought it was a dead man.
He didn't look all that good.
No, I don't feel very good.
Reagan's beginning to think that we're pretty low on resources. We're pretty hurt. So she takes a look back out here while everybody's looking. She's kind of getting an idea whether or not is there a vent in this little alcove?
Is there
like a vent or any holes in this alcove?
Say again, sorry?
So in this little empty room,
Yep.
are there any? Is there a vent or anything else in this room? No.
Not in here, no. The wall behind you, like right at the bottom there, you can feel the loudest going in. That seemed to be that central pillar or central bit of the tower.
It looks like at best we could get 4 people in there. She makes a suggestion. Maybe we could attempt to sleep in the anteroom since there's nothing right now. I think we're rest. We're pretty low on resources, and one person could keep watch in this room.
Possibly. I obviously I'm injured. I have a complement of spells remaining, and I would be willing to proceed forward. I realize we don't have much healing though. So I wouldn't be able to really be in the front rank.
There is a vent in this room, guys.
Oh.
Yeah. But what Reagan was suggesting is close both doors to the anteroom. One person stay on the inside the anteroom for keeping watch. Because I don't think, unless Kev, you think that 5 people could sleep in the anteroom. I'm guessing only 4.
It would be very... You could cram yourselves in there.
That would be my suggestion. If we decide to sleep, I'm also okay with continuing on, but Reagan could cast more prayers for the dying, just not on Malo.
Right.
Danica will remind everyone that when we first arrived at the tower, he said that it was a terrible place and that maybe we shouldn't go in at all.
I'm guessing he's not going to want to come back with us if we find out.
What does the rest of the party think? Virginia and Amar?
Well, is there anything else interesting in this room? We really didn't get a chance to look at it for a moment.
Well, I guess I'll do. I'll look around with sense magic just in case.
Sure. So within here, there is nothing else of interest. There's those tools and such,
Right. I'll point them out. You just look like that tool that you found, Amar.
And there's a bunch of other things too, like things that look like scissors but way too short to be able to be used. Things that are similar like scissors but don't have a sharp cutting point to it. They almost look like an insect's pincers. And a ton of other things too.
I think I'm clearly reckless, but I'm smart enough to start to put the pieces, literally put the pieces together.
Yeah.
It seems like an area where they were constructing creatures of this sort, and perhaps this was one that was remaining here. I do not know what triggers them. I guess proximity. But nevertheless, they have this ability. We must continue to be vigilant. When we find detritus strewn about, we should probably look for skulls and that sort of thing before entering. like I did.
So what are you guys thinking? What do you want to do next?
I mean, I feel like we've only been in this tower now for like an hour and a half or something at this point.
Even less. I mean, even with the spells, remember, rounds are 10 seconds. We went, that's a minute. All that shit with the surgical centipede, that was a minute of time of just jumping up and taking you down and up onto Amar.
And right outside the tower door, is that area also bleached out and kind of irradiated?
The like when you guys approached here?
Yeah, I'm just thinking like the options of if we were to camp, whether it makes sense to actually go back outside rather than stay inside the tower or not.
So from what I recall, it isn't bleached like what it was around the that destroyed strange metal thing.
Yeah.
But it does not look healthy.
Yeah, right. And there's sort of like cleared or semi-cleared like ring around the tower, if I remember, where the vegetation isn't as thick or is non-existent.
Right, but those giants are out there.
Right, that's true too, and many other things that want to kill us.
Yeah.
Okay, just thinking through all of our options here.
Gozira.
I mean, or we can try to go make our way up and deal with this thing.
I'm willing to go forward, knowing that I can't be up front.
Yeah, that's fine.
If that's okay with you guys.
Yeah. And we know that we could, if need be, hole up in one of those anterooms, probably.
Yeah, we just have to be even more cautious.
Yeah. So Reagan suggests I can cast what I foolishly cast out there, and whoever opens the door, I can have a protection, so that any spells. Basically, she would cast Strength of Faith on whoever opened the door to go back out.
Okay. Well, we have one more door to try to clear.
Right.
Yep.
But just in case there's something just outside waiting, so as soon as we open that door, we see a.
Well, Iphigenia is still okay, more or less. So.
Okay.
Let us proceed.
So Reagan will cast it on Iphigenia. Strength of faith. Yeah.
So we unlock this door here, I guess.
Okay.
Yep.
You push the door open. What you can see is that the floor immediately in front of the door has been marred with some kind of scratching or scouring. And I know Malo reads Atlantean. Does Iffy read Atlantean?
Probably not.
No, okay.
It's Hellenic.
So you recognize the symbol. This is the same, language. I think your character could infer this is Atlantean. You may want Malo to read this.
Yep.
I'll kind of peer up and take a look.
What is scoured into the floor with a fine hand is the phrase, "You will die."
I'll relay that, and on top of the fact that this is perfect lettering.
There is no sign of that, Zanico, of that cloud thing, although I think you're sparing a very wary glance back at that vent behind you. So
I guess scan the chamber for any other signs of writing or anything moving.
okay.
There's just
sign.
a cog there or whatever.
If you look over, that cog is still sitting in the middle of the room where Zanico last pointed it out to you, to the south there from where you are, Iffy.
All right. Shall we enter the area?
Zanico, you think you can hear something moving or dragging up in the vent.
Ah, great.
What are you doing?
I think I'm gonna wait until I see some glowing red eyes or something.
Okay.
Well, we
But I'm
can.
gonna
We still have these
keep my eyes
tables
on.
that we used as sled or plows to move stuff around. So Iphigenia is going to take one of those tables and put it on the cog.
Okay, so you have to move way down there to do that.
Oh, I thought it was out
The
here.
cog is way down
Yeah.
to the south, right around here.
Oh, that's not worth it then. Okay, we'll just go to the
Okay.
next door up here.
Zanico, you can see there's red eyes that appear in the blackness up there. What are you doing?
I'm going to try to speak to whatever it is in the vent. I don't know Atlantean or anything, so I'm gonna have to do it in common or my own language. So I'm gonna try common first, and then maybe I'll try my own language. And I'm gonna start with start by saying, being in the vent. I try to make it clear if my companions are paying attention that it's there.
Yep.
We are not here to harm you, but to put whatever evils are in this place to a permanent rest so that they may enjoy the eternal slumber of the true dead.
So what begins cascading out and falling down, like dry ice almost, is this thick gray smoke billowing down until a kind of 10 by 10 area is sort of filled with this smoke, and it rises up to around a humanoid form, and you see again the flash of red eyes, and it's sort of undulating as well too around, and a form begins to take shape within. Let me show you what appears. It is this. Its voice sounds like as if it's passing through a wind tunnel. And it just repeats back in accented, to your ears, accented common. Evil. And Amar, you would have had a chance to look back and see where this thing is. Let me put a figure down here for you guys so you can see where this thing is. And again, it takes up quite a bit of space just because of the size of the cloud around it. And then, Zaniko, would you give me a D6 roll, please? Nice. You can see it's beginning to gesture. It is casting magic. So let's roll initiative here.
All right.
Do we declare?
Okay. I think, Arlen, you're still rolling initiative as well, if I recall.
I think.
Oh, no, George is.
lost and
Yeah.
George was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you guys would have heard that voice as well, too. Since you were all in there, you would have heard this voice because it just howls through. Alrighty. Then, George, beat my 4, please.
Okay, come on. Yes.
Nice.
Hey.
Excellent. All right. So first up is, let's see. We got magic. So magic is first. We got Iffy and Zaniko with magic.
All right, I'm gonna unleash a lightning bolt at it. Might as well.
You can't see it?
I thought you said it's right here in front of us, undulating.
It's right over here. No. There's a token down on the thing.
Oh, I can't see it.
Yeah. Sorry, Carl. So it's in
I
the
thought it was
room.
in the main. I thought it was in the main.
That's okay. It's all in the room with Zaniko. You would have known. Your character would have known that. So if you want to swap to do magic second phase, that's fine.
That's fine.
Okay.
Well, I can move and then magic, right?
Yep, absolutely. Just move this phase. So first up, we've got Zaniko. I think you're the first one doing magic. What are you doing, Zaniko?
I'm gonna try to turn undead on this thing.
Hold on. If you remember, magic comes first before move.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it'll get a chance to if it's casting something. All right, so you gesture.
So I reach down to my holy symbol and hold it out in front of me, and I say, "Return back to the void from which all things come, and all things will be returned, and be at peace."
Okay.
And try to channel the power of my feathered serpent god into
Sure. One second
doing
here.
something to this thing. So I need to roll a 1d12, or if it's really powerful, I technically don't need to roll a 1d12, but you probably shouldn't tell me that it's really powerful because that'll
Yep.
just
Go ahead and roll a
demoralize
1d12. It'll just make me sad.
me. Not
Okay.
great.
So you hold out this gesture, and what it just does is, if that approximation of a face that seems distorted by being made up of the swirling particles of this thick smoke, it's tough to tell an expression, but it seems to grin. And it gestures, and there's this swirl of wind that comes out at you. And let's see here. I need Zaniko and Amar and Malo to give me sorcery saves, please.
Oh, baby.
Okay.
If
It's
you
the one person I don't have. The...
modified by your dexterity adjustment, if you've got one.
Oh,
Nope.
Okay.
Nice. Mother. God.
Nice. Nice, Amar. Okay. So then, Malo, unfortunately, what you guys are covered in is some kind of this thing seems to form into a thick and sticky kind of and strong tensile rope or fiber of some kind. You are held firmly in place, Malo. What is your strength?
My strength is 18.
18. Give me a 1d6 roll, please.
Okay.
Six rounds for you to get yourself free from here.
Okay. Do I have a can I make attempts to free myself, or it's just 6 rounds?
It just
It'll
takes you
take
6 rounds to work your way out, unfortunately. The rest
That's
of
fine.
you, the rest of
I
you,
still want to get closer.
yeah, yeah, guys, I can't get involved in this fight. I want it
want
so
to.
badly. But, so Zaniko and Amar, though, you fortunately see this coming in. You take some defensive measures and step, up to the side. The area is covered. Neither of you is held fast. Then it is. Now it's move. So Amar and Malo, you can go ahead and move.
Oh, no, I can't.
Oh, sorry. Just rubbing it in.
Yep, I appreciate that.
Iffy can move. Sorry, this is.
Amar, you can move first because I think there's like everything's blocked. It looks like up there, right?
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna move into there. In fact, actually, I'm even gonna move in front of Sanico here.
I move down.
Ugh.
What's Reagan doing?
Reagan's concentrating. She thought that it would be likely in front of you instead of attacking the other 3 people. So she's got it on exactly the wrong person.
And I guess if there's all these sticky strands all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah. Let me see if it. Sorry, I was just reading it. Let me see if the spell requires you to those moving in to make saves as well too. Doesn't say one way or the other. I'm going to assume that you can carefully step your way through it if you like. Just maybe treat it as difficult terrain. And it's only the area that Malo was in, and then the area like around Zaniko. So, yeah, so I think you should be able to get there with all your move. All right. Okay, so that was all the move. Now it is second phase. We have Amar with missile.
All right, so let's roll the radium gun on this thing.
Okay.
There we go.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm tired of fooling around here.
Okay.
Um,
So you don't need to roll anything. You just hit the thing.
and 6 damage.
Not so fast. Does not seem to have any effect on him.
Oh man.
Okay. So your gun, the like weird wavy green pulse goes out of it. Does not seem to have any effect on him.
Okay.
Oh, man.
Okay. Then it is magic. Iffy.
So I can. Can I cast Scythe of the Reaper? I guess.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I was just reading lightning with the rebounding thing, and like that would not be good.
Yeah, I thought it was in the hall, so it wouldn't have mattered.
Oh shoot, that's why you're trying to. Yeah. Well, even it's 180 feet though, so even like it would be hard to get it off in this tower without running the risk of rebounding.
Yeah.
So the Scythe of the Reaper, go ahead and wait, you gotta make an attack, don't you? When it summons.
I cast it, and then I get at least one attack, and then we can roll.
Yep. Go ahead. You're gonna check the duration. AC 1. I don't think that. Let me double check here. I don't think that hits though. Let's see. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. In fact, let me mark this page with a sticky. All right, that is not quite good enough. Okay, so all right, but that magical scythe does appear. Is there anything else happening second phase?
Reagan's going to try to move into the room if there's room to do so.
Okay. All right.
I guess you can there. Okay.
Then it is. Let's see here. Hold on. This music seems a little too tense for this. Let's do something a little more agitated. Let's see here. There we go. Why not? All right. So guys. Second round. Let's see here. You lost initiative, or you won initiative, George, so you are still up.
Yeah.
Okay. Then everyone decide what you're doing for this round, please.
Sense evil. No. Let's see.
We can half move with part of our melee, right?
You can, yes.
Let me see if there's anything.
You can always use half your movement. It's always prorated across the two, and you can always use that with your with melee. Malo, only 5 more rounds until you're out.
Yeah, I put the blue.
Oh, nice. Okay.
R for it. Yeah. To keep,
Awesome.
So I'm gonna -1, 5.
And the scythe goes. I don't have to concentrate on it, but it'll get an attack and then disappear.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that.
This thing is beginning to cast another spell as well. Okay. Looks like we got everybody. Then, George beat my 1.
Okay, I should be able to do this, but who knows?
2. Nice. Minimal effort. Okay, so first up is melee for the first phase. We got Iffy and Amar. And then your scythe will go on the magic phase.
yeah. Go ahead,
Okay.
Amara. You're close,
Okay.
technically.
Get back there. And... Oh, yeah, I've got to do my half move. I'm sorry. Let me at least move to where I'm close to it.
Okay. Let me put
Now,
a health bar on this thing as well, too.
then I will not hit anything.
I move up 10 feet
Here we go.
and attempt the same thing. So, all right.
Okay. All right. Jeez. Yeah. So here's the thing you guys can tell. As you're going in and trying to hit this thing, there are solid particles in this smoke that swirls around it that seem to be providing some kind of defense. So it's hard. You can't quite hit. You can't quite tell what it is, but it's because there's all these things swirling around him. But yeah. Okay, then it is. Let's see here. No, nothing else for it for melee. Then it is magic. How about that scythe? Come on, Iffy.
Hey,
This side. All right.
Come on.
Nope.
All right, that means the spell goes off, and what it says to you, Zaniko, is again in its native language, or in the common tongue with an accent too. Serpent! And it gestures up, and then from the smoke, this undulating, like, feathered serpent bursts out. And then, 1 second here. And unlike the creature of your dreams, this is, you can picture, the most horrific and nightmarish and twisted version of your god that you could fathom. And it snaps out at you with these broken and twisted fangs, but you keep yourself, away, and it does not connect. None of the rest of you guys can see this. All right, but it twists around above you, gets ready to strike again. It seems to fill the middle of this room, too. It's got to be like 40 feet wide or long. So that was magic first phase. Move first phase. We got Zaniko and Reagan. What are you guys doing?
So I'm gonna try to step out of the sort of webbing stuff to try to get clear of that, unless that's gonna provoke an opportunity attack from the serpent.
I think it's got so much reach that you wouldn't worry about moving out of it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then yeah, I'll just step up to behind Damar to try to kind of get my feet clear, because I'm
Okay.
gonna need all of my balance and
You got it.
stuff.
All right. And then Reagan, are you moving?
Reagan's moving from there to here.
Okay. Awesome. Then let's see here. Second phase, we have Reagan doing melee.
Reagan takes out. This thing looks fairly. Yeah, she uses the electric hammer she has.
Okay.
It has 3 charges left, so we'll swing that.
Very close. Swing at it. Miss. Hitting the exterior.
Yep.
And then magic we have. Zanico, what do you got in mind here?
So Zanico has a sort of a moment, a sort of crisis of faith, of course, seeing the face of, especially the sort of aspect. He knows that his god has multiple aspects, but seeing the aspect that is reserved for enemies and abominations and all that sort of stuff is really kind of, shaking. Yeah. So he, rather than kind of standing up tall and proud, he's sort of almost curled around his holy symbol, but he whispers out a prayer to the feathered serpent, and he's casting prayer, which is going to give everybody a +1 to attack rolls and saving throws and damage, and do -1 to all those things to all of the enemies in range.
Awesome. Nice. Very cool. All right. So then that, and there's almost like a manifestation in your mind. There's a manifestation of the serpent, feathered serpent, that seems adversarial to the one that you're seeing.
Yep.
All right. Then I believe we got some moves on the second phase, if anyone wants to do it, and then we are done round 2. Everyone use their favorite attack. Iffy, you favorite attack this round?
Yeah, we did.
Okay, good. All right, guys. Then we're on to round 3. George, first let's have everyone declare what you're doing with your round here. Ooh. All right. This thing appears to be casting something. Doing it. Well, it actually doesn't for this phase. Okay. Is that everybody?
Yeah, because I can't do anything.
Oh, yeah, right. You can't do it. Yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Are
Keep
you
rubbing it in. George, you sure you don't want to do any? Oh.
I mean,
What a jerk DM. Jeez. Beat my 3, please.
All right, come on.
Here it comes.
6.
Whoa, nice. All right, guys. So first up, we have melee with Iffy and Reagan and Amar.
Reagan.
Iffy,
Nice.
big hit. Big hit on this thing. And that is Ghost Touch too, isn't it? Or it hasn't been activated?
I already active. It's only active once per day. I used it already. Since we have
Nice. Okay.
Still magical.
Still magical, yeah, and it cuts through this thing. That this thing seems to be incorporeal. All right. Amar,
so it doesn't affect it, or
it affects it a bit.
Okay.
But again, it's that sort of like, it's boxing with, laundry on a, hanging on a line.
Yeah.
You connect with it, but it just doesn't feel quite as satisfying. Amar, neither of those unfortunately hit.
And Reagan switches to the Great Hammer because, obviously she has more affinity for it than this mechanical monstrosity she was wielding.
Okay.
And misses.
So she'll have to drop one to the ground then, right?
Yeah, she dropped the electric hammer.
Drops to the ground, gets the hammer out, swings it. That's unfortunately not good enough. We don't have any other.
I don't think it matters because you're probably doing some sort of math, but it does give you an extra 12. It does 12 points of damage instead of 11 minus whatever.
Well, which? Oh, because of the.
It's the +1 from.
Yeah,
Yes, that does make a difference. That does make
I put the +1 in the hit, but I forgot.
Not a huge difference, but it's a little bit of one. All right, so then this thing, like kind of red tornado style, kind of has this pillar of smoke as it moves itself up 10 feet in the air. Anyone who's engaged with it can go ahead and make an attack of opportunity.
Let's see. Right.
Nice. Reagan.
Oh, jeez.
Is that a crit? No, that's a crit.
Nice.
Finally, I hit.
Okay. Amar, nice. Also a hit. in your fists, they're not ghost touch, they're magic, right?
They count as magical weapons, yes.
Magic weapons, not ghost touch though.
No, sir, nothing about that in the
Okay. All right.
No,
so
Reagan didn't crit. I thought. Okay.
no, it'll be green if you crit. So this thing moves up. You guys are hacking away at it. That is it for phase 1. We're on to phase 2. This thing begins.
Reagan, you rolled a 19.
Yep.
And then don't you get the +1 from the prayer?
But it's a
But
nat
it's not
20.
It has to be nat 20.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. My
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
That's probably one more damage on each of those.
Oh yeah, one more damage on each of those.
Yeah.
One more damage
Yeah.
from there.
Okay.
But yeah.
So this thing gets up very, very high, and it begins casting something here.
Healing on me. That's so nice of it.
Opportunity attack.
What's that?
Is your sight still up or is it down?
No, it's only lasted 2 rounds.
We didn't break its concentration, I presume.
Okay. So then it, yeah. On second phase, I don't think anyone has anything they're doing apart from this thing. And
All right.
it gestures, and you can feel there's like a pulse of magical force or magical of power that goes off, but you can't see whatever it's done. And then Zaniko, this vicious serpent, twists towards you and lashes down at you a second time. It's a 5. You miss. It misses you again.
I think there's like almost nobody can see it, but in my mind I can kind of imagine it like a pulse of sunlight that comes out of my holy symbol that pushes it away at the last second.
Love it. All right, that is the end of round 3. We're on to round 4, guys. This thing is 10 feet in the air now. Everyone decide what you want to do for the round. I'll make a roll with gusto. Oh, mama.
Mhm.
Is there any ledge or anything to get up on to get up to it?
There are those platforms. You could kind of hop up on there.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Reagan's holding her melee, the second phase, hoping to disrupt any magic.
Okay.
That might want to
Well, it is 10 feet in the air right now, so...
10 feet in the air. Okay. Sorry. Then... Sorry. There we go.
Okay. All right. Then it is...
So, George, are you like totally immobilized and you can't do
Correct.
cast spells or?
Yeah. I am
George?
out of the fight. Yeah. I knew it.
Beat
I
my
knew.
6. I'm
I knew
so
it.
sorry.
All right, come on. 6, come on.
Oh!
Close.
So first up is melee, which is nobody. Then it is magic. Iffy, what do you got in mind here?
I was going to cast the cantrip Dissonant Whispers at this creature, which says one hostile sorcerer, then 60 feet must make a concentration check to employ magic.
Nice.
Very nice. Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Good
Awesome. That is a very good call. Because I was hoping you guys would be able to get this off. All right, so then it moves once again over to here. So it's again 10 feet above you guys, but it's shifted, held aloft by that pillar of smoke. Then it is move for Reagan and for Reagan, it looks like. Reagan's...
Well, she's gonna...
What was Amar doing this round?
Nothing.
Okay. Is he stunned or what?
No, he's just like, he's just standing there observing this thing because it's up in the air.
Yep.
So he's just kind of watching it.
Okay.
You don't want to like parkour off the wall and try to, Superman punch it.
With the fact that Kevin said something about the ghost touch thing. for
Well,
my
you did
fifth,
connect
I'm
with
gonna go, I don't think it's really worth it.
You connected with it before. Like, you did damage to it.
Oh,
It's just
well,
not much, it doesn't, it's insubstantial. So you are injuring it as much as what anyone else is. It's just that because of the, diaphanous kind of nature of this thing.
I'm thinking then we'll look at setting that up.
Okay.
We'll do it as basically a move.
All right. So then, Reagan and Iffy did their spell. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
So where are you moving? You're gonna because you can probably reach this thing if you hop up on the one of the tables, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking probably he's going to run and bounce. I mean, it's
Yep.
probably would end up maybe here
Okay.
on that side for
Okay.
the attack.
Okay. And you. Okay. So second phase. This thing begins once again. There's arcane power beginning to, charge in its hands. We've got Reagan and we've got Amar with melee attacks.
Reagan is doing missile. Sorry.
Reagan's in
I
missile.
changed
Oh, yeah,
it
you
when
changed your thing.
I
Okay,
changed it when I
okay.
realized it was 10 feet in the air. So.
Yeah. Hold on. What are you doing for missile? You're drawing. Because
Her bow.
do you have a crossbow or do you have a short bow?
She has a short bow.
Okay, that's fine then. So you're dropping the thing to the,
The
ground.
hammer, the great hammer.
Okay, so there's two
Yeah, she's
hammers on the
basically-
ground now.
She's just basically dropping an armory at her feet.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So then it is. So Amar, you're up first.
All right, let's see if this works.
Come on.
That's a
Oh,
So
man.
the first fist, you arc your body around, bringing that kick in.
Oh,
No.
man.
How many points of astonishing fortune do you guys have left?
one.
Oh,
One.
one.
And I'd really like to hold that in case there's some kind of crazy
Yeah.
spell that's going to wipe somebody out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, but if you hit it, it disrupts the spell, right? That's what Kevin is pointing out, is that you can make another attack to potentially disrupt the spell versus having 1 point to make a save against the spell.
If I
Mhm.
did.
If you hit, which
Well, we could.
is tough,
Mm.
but I don't. There's too much math for me to do in my head for exactly the odds.
Oh no, I've gone cross-eyed again.
Yeah. I could go either way on this.
That's what I was going to say. I mean,
I think it's more heroic sword and sorcery to go for the second shot, but that's just playing to genre,
true.
not playing to tactics.
Mhm.
all right.
It's true.
Let's use it.
Let's try that.
Okay.
Come on. Better.
It's ace
Two.
blue.
Plus one, so two, yeah.
So you
Damn it.
pass by this thing. Power begins to arc between its hands. Then it is Reagan. You get your bow out.
Yep. Well.
Nice.
1 point.
Your bow's magical, right?
No, unfortunately. Yep, that's what I figured.
Passes
She did
it.
through this thing.
Yep.
So it comes down to the concentration check that Iffy has forced on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, now it's an optional rule, so I don't think it's on the DM screen, so I gotta quickly find that here.
That's right. That's right.
Okay. So, concentration check. I roll 3d6, and if I want to score against its intelligence. All right. So here we go. This is where me rolling high might help you guys.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
All sixes, come on. No, all ones.
No, it's clearly I need to be making characters, guys.
Oh,
Worked.
oh nice.
Sweet.
That's awesome.
So
Those
because of
dice
the
are
discordant mutterings of Iffy, you're what is your disruptive? Like, what's the disruptive force that's going on here?
Just like probably whispers in guttural Thracian Ixian that
Okay.
are, it's like moans and
Yeah.
like deep
So what is forming above and around this thing is this disgusting, like, sickening grayish green fog. And then because of your... It's shaking its head because of your distraction. And then as it's trying to complete this incantation, it calls out in fury and it dissipates without forming. So that is one spell. It howls in fury at Iffy. Then, who else has move on second phase? So, oh, you can't move after you cast magic. So,
Okay.
that is it for the round. Then, guys, we are on to round 5. Okay. And everyone decide what you're doing. Will, I think you're up rolling initiative now.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Yeah, Reagan's checking one thing.
Okay.
Check one.
Fucking
2 more rounds, and I'll join you guys.
Twofold miss.
Don't worry.
in the graveyard.
No, Malo.
Come.
One must return to tell the story.
I'll just run the
And
other
by
way.
that I mean Zedek was a little worried about our chances.
The boy who lived.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I was just checking if twofold missile made the Reagan.
Malo can probably see what's going on, right? Because you can see through one of Iphigenia's eyes. So
Yeah.
you have to sit there wrestling with this stuff while watching us flail around trying to hit this thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
If, okay, this is probably something I should know. Do attack roll bonuses stack if they're from separate spells?
Yep.
Okay, so Reagan. Okay, got it.
Okay. Will be my 4.
Oh, okay.
Come on, Will.
Nope.
Ah.
All right. So, first up
Fine.
is so no one's got melee. Iffy, is that magic on the first phase or second phase? First phase. Okay. So Iffy and Reagan are up for magic.
Yeah, Reagan casts Divine Guidance on Amar, not Will.
Okay.
Gives him +1 to all attack rolls.
Nice. Okay. And then
Virginia's going to cast Chill Touch on her blade.
okay. Yep.
Cool.
That purple electricity kind of crackles up and gives it that frosting like mist or whatever is coming off of it. Then it is so this thing is only moving, so it pulls back to the very corner here. Then it is, and it's still 10 feet up in the air. Then it is, and it seems like the whole bit of it is crammed into that corner. Then it is moved from Amar.
Yeah, he's just setting up his attack, so he's running over here, springing into the air off that corner.
Yep.
And we'll come down right there in front of him.
Okay. And then you can see, let's see here, on the beginning of second phase, so again, you can see what's going on. This thing is beginning to gesture. And there's a little tiny mote of light that is beginning to form in the center of where it's gesturing. Then we've got, let's see here, on second phase, Amar, you're up first with 2 melee.
2 melee with +2 now. Not going to help with that, but
Man.
That hits AC 1.
Yep.
AC 1 is not quite good enough.
Yeah.
So you swing at this thing, and again, just is not enough to hit it. You land. If he did magic on first phase, I think it's magic then. So it finishes gesturing, and then this little bead flies out. Malo, you know precisely what this is.
Yeah.
Down, it hits around here. And then 2, 3, 4, yep. This huge gout of fire comes out. And Malo, right in front of you, you see this through your eye and Iffy's eye. Through your eye, it seems to hit some invisible barrier between you and the others. So that you are not affected by this.
Okay.
Okay.
How close is that barrier to, like, right in front of me, that barrier?
It's right where the wall is, right where the the door is.
Gotcha, okay.
But I need everybody else to kindly give me a save versus sorcery, please.
Oh.
Do we get our dex bonus on top of that, or just the sorcery?
Yeah, well, you can take your dex bonus as well.
Okay.
And then didn't prayer
Not gonna help with that.
Jeez.
Nope.
Zanico?
Oh yeah, I gave everybody a +1. So Reagan, you might have made it. And
Yeah.
Iphigenia.
Well, if she gets her dex bonus, she made it as well. So yeah.
Yeah, so Reagan and Iphigenia, I think both
Okay,
actually
good.
make it because of Zanico's prayer.
Yeah.
Zanico rolled a nat 1, so he's
Yeesh.
Yeah. Oh, and Will,
11,
Jesus.
12, 13, 14, yeah.
Okay. Let me just get my dice roller ready here.
And that's area effect, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so who made it?
I think everybody except Zanico with Dex and Zanico's +1 from prayer.
Fucking thank God.
Yeah.
Everybody who's not Zanico, who is not Malo, you take 14 points of damage. Zanico, you take 28.
Oh, jeez.
Oh boy.
14. Okay. Yeah, we would have had dead characters.
Mhm.
Okay.
You do have one.
Yeah.
All right. So Mar is down. Reagan is scorched. Zanico is scorched. Iffy is scorched. Amalo, you're still trapped.
Reagan shall retreat.
Mhm.
That serpent, you know, you're hit by this, but once again, it gets down, and there's a like a golden serpent that rears up. This thing arcs away. And then it is, I think that's the end of the round. That is a dire place. Everyone's down. Amar down. Reagan at 1 hit point. Zanico, 3 hit points.
Where is? Oh, right.
We'll have to see what happens next session.
Mhm.
So, let's award some XP first here, though. So,
XP, so that hey, we get to the 6th level right as we die.
5 of you here. So, with the... Oh, and you found that thing as well, too. You haven't identified it yet, so you don't get...
Amar,
XP.
just imagine one of the Ghostbusters shooters and pull it out of your vest.
Yeah.
Let me just double check that
radium gun.
I've got the XP award for this thing listed correctly. I do. So, guys, for today, we have 0 points of Astonishing Fortune left, correct?
Right. Yeah.
Correct.
Guys, you have each earned... Oh, everyone gets the 10% bonus, too.
Mhm.
1,980.
Wow.
1980 for today.
Wow.
Just for the buzzsaw.
Less than 4,000. To 6th.
Okay. Did anyone ding with that?
Nope.
No? Okay.
At a palindrome.
Yeah.
23 out of 32.
For a long time. Yeah.
All right. Okay, so guys, that will bring us to the end of the session. This thing in the smoke lies hanging over you. Boy, oh boy. Good thing that Kane is coming back from vacation next time.
Yeah. Seriously.
So then, that's where we will leave things for this session, guys. So for those listening at home, thank you so much for joining us for session 43, I believe, of our ongoing Ash campaign. As is always the case, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns regarding the campaign, the game we're playing, or this session, please don't hesitate to leave a comment in the comment section down below. And while you're down there, if you don't want to miss future sessions of this or any of the other games we run on the channel, be sure to click on subscribe and click on the bell icon to be notified when we go live. You can also find what we've got scheduled for the week on the community tab of the Dungeon Musings YouTube channel. You can also find that schedule on the Dungeon Musings Discord server, which you can find a link to also in the description of this video, and you are more than welcome to join us there. We have channels dedicated to this campaign, this game, and every other game we run on the channel, as well as a bunch of other things like finding a group, like discussing assorted games, like setting up virtual tabletops, like following along to see what conventions are available to play in. So there's lots of great stuff and lots of great people that you can find on the Discord server. All of us are active there. You can also, I guess that implies that we're all awesome people, so that's a little self-serving. In addition to us, there are also awesome people, though I guess all these players are certainly awesome. We also have, you can find me on Twitter at Dungeon Musings, and you can find me by email. My email address is dungeonmusings@gmail.com. And last thing I'll say is for the players who got up once again to suffer more punishment on a Saturday morning. So Carl, Robert, Arlen, George, and Will, thank you so much for joining me this morning, guys. This was a shit ton of fun seeing you exploring here. Hopefully you live through the next session. Let's make it to 45. And, Arlen, you're very close to being... You're not the most hit points right now, but you're very close to the top, so, Yeah.
Somebody else is going to feast in Valhalla tonight. Zenico might be there with them. But...
So, guys, thank you so much for joining me for yet another session of this really, really fun campaign. And for those listening at home, if you are joining us during the current crisis, we do hope that this finds you healthy, safe, and weathering the current crisis as well as can be expected. We hope that we've given you a couple of hours to think about some of the troubles our heroes keep getting themselves into and turn your mind off of the troubles of our world. And until we see you again, happy gaming.